Hi, everyone. I am Melissa Homner. I'm the founder and lead coach at Sagebush Wellness, and I'm so happy to invite you to week 1 of the kids program. So this is going to be so fun. I know all of you have come in here. Probably you've got lots of questions. Probably, well, very likely you've tried this before and you're going, okay, yeah, right, but I need help. So here I am. I totally get it. Totally get it. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to break down everything that you need to do to really smoothly transition into a diet that really encourages good digestive function, that's going to encourage balanced gut microbes. If you have little ones who have ADHD, ADD, possibly even things like autism, or their stomach hurts all the time, or they just, they have a hard time in school. Maybe it's more serious than that. Maybe they have constant diarrhea or constant constipation, and there's a lot of other little symptoms that are starting to crop up that you're in your mind, they're raising a red flag, right? So I'm really, really glad you're here, because one of the things we want to do in this program is, yes, teach you how to cook in a way in which, and feed your family in a way in which really encourages wellness. But know that when you're doing this for your family, you're creating habits, you're teaching them how to nourish their bodies, not just now, like going through this program for 4 weeks, right? That's great. That's great. But what we want to do is be able to help you create habits that you and your kids can take on through your whole life. Because what this does, and I can speak totally from experience because I work every day with clients who have autoimmune conditions, chronic illness, right? I get to see what this looks like on the other end. All right, just to be real with you. So what we're wanting to do in this program is really help you to create a new way of looking at food, a new way of eating, a joyful way of eating, right? That really nourishes your body, not just now, but for years to come. All right. Oh, I'm so excited. So the first, let's see, I'm going to break down the program for you first. So week 1 is we're setting the stage for success, right? So we're going to commit to change and junk clearing, right? And we're going to have to really get really real about what junk means, right? We all have it in our pantry. We all have it in our fridge, right? The snacky things that aren't really deeply nourishing. Week 2, we're going to focus on food, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And then week 3, we're going to really be focusing on teaching your children well. You will have had 2 weeks to experience what eating in this way does for your body. Like your kids are going to be able to say, oh yeah, I feel better. Or, wow, I was able to remember what I studied for that test and I did really good. Or they're going to be like, okay, Mom, my stomach doesn't hurt today. Those are the kind of things that we're shooting for, right? So week 3 is teaching your children well, because as we go through this process, I really want this to be something that they are learning as something that they can become. It can be part of their life. How they look at food and what they choose for food becomes something that's just, they know why, because it makes them feel better, right? And then the 4th week is exercise and on the go, right? Especially when we've got kids and they're in everything. They're in soccer, they're in basketball, they're in play practice, they're in all these things, right? We're busy. It's crazy. So this way of eating needs to fit your life, okay? But we also need to make time for rest times, and teaching our kids that it's okay to say, okay, I'm not going to do anything this Saturday. I need to rest. Or, if they're making a choice between doing 2 things after school, maybe encouraging them to just choose the one they like best and go with that, right? These are basic choices that Once again, I see 30 years down the road what those choices and those habits that kids have learned, and then they end up coming to me with chronic illness, right? Because they've never let their body rest, or they've never nourished their body well. So just think of this as a way to give your kids the best chance at the best life possible. Awesome. All right, so let's dive in. We're doing week 1, and I'm going to be working through day 1 with you. So today we're going to talk about junk clearing, right? I kind of laughed over this, over the name that we chose for today's talk, but it's so true, junk clearing. So in order to move towards a healthy life that you and your family envision, we're going to dig deep this whole week, but it's starting today. We're going to clear out the junk that keeps your family going back to the junk. And this is the first step in making a commitment to change. Out with the old and in with the new, right? So one of the ways we've set this program up is you'll be doing videos with me, and every day I'll be doing a quick video at the beginning of the day, and then you'll be working through the workbook with us. There will be some handouts, there will be some worksheets, there will be some activities, but pretty much it'll be a video, and then you'll work through the workbook with me. So to be successful in this program, we have to let go of everything we've been conditioned to believe about food, right? Is food used as comfort or as a reward for your kiddos? Maybe for you too. Using food as comfort starts in childhood, right? A lot of times it starts if it's not started before school, it starts in school. You know, if you do really good on a paper, or if you do something nice for someone, you get a sucker. Okay, so this starts a habit and a way of seeing food as a reward that can be detrimental as littles, you know, when you're little, but even as you get older, because that becomes a habit, that becomes a way of thinking and a way of thinking about food, right? So using food as comfort starts in childhood when we're stressed, angry, or just plain bored, right? We eat to satisfy ourselves emotionally. We seek comfort in eating. So remember how you were promised a treat or a reward, right? For who knows what. These expectations condition us to rely on food. Or say you really bombed a test and your dad said, oh, it's okay, let's go get ice cream, you know, to help you feel better, right? Although pampering our family and letting the cravings win over is fine sometimes, but we can't let it become a habit for ourselves or our kids, right? By teaching our children to find better ways to celebrate or deal with emotional things, that's a big thing. We help them to learn the tools for life and what it looks like when we're happy and free and feeling inspired by foods that we put into our bodies, that it's not just, you know, a Band-Aid. So I want you to go ahead and work through this workbook for today. Our action for today is to create a reward jar. So really working right off the bat to change one of the very base habits that a lot of us have in regards to food. Like it's right, it's a reward, it's a comfort, it's all of these things. So we make a reward jar and start using that with your family. Awesome. See you tomorrow.